Students, in this video we will be solving the question set of 2020 set 31-1. We will be solving the multiple choice questions first, that are basically your 1 marks each. So in very less time, let's start. Okay, so reading the question number 1, if one of the zeros of the quadratic polynomial this is 2, then we have to find the value of k. So if we know that 2 is the zero of this polynomial, then 2 must satisfy this. That means 2 square plus 3 into 2 plus k must be equals to 0. That is 4 plus 6 plus k equals to 0. That means k equals to minus 10. So that means this is our correct option. Okay, now the next question, the total number of factors of a prime number is. So if it is a prime number, it is, suppose take a prime number 3, it has factors 1 and the number itself, that is 3. So that means it has 2 factors. That means this is correct. Next, the quadratic polynomial, the sum of whose zeros is minus 5 and the product is 6. What do we call an equation? Ax square plus bx plus c, where this is the sum and this is the product. Basically we are taking here it as 1. Okay, so let's take it 1. So this is the product and this is the sum, and we have been given the sum of our zeros is minus 5 and the product is 6. That means x square x, and here c is the product is 6. That means plus 6, and the sum of all zeros is minus 5, then there comes a minus 5 sign. That means this is correct. The value of k for which the system of equations this and this has no solutions. So for the system of no equations, we know that a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2 is not equals to c1 upon c2. Here our a1 is 1, a1 is 1, b1 is 1, and c1 is, we can say, 4. Okay, and a2 is 2 k, let's say here, and it is 3. So we have, this should not be equals to this, but it should be equal. Then that means k should be equal to 2. This is the correct answer. The HCF and LCM of this respectively are. Let's start with the HCF LCM portion. We have to find the HCF LCM of 12, 21, 15. So let me tell you a trick. We know that the lowest number that is dividing all these 3 is 3, right? So let us write 3 here, 4 here, 7 here, and 5. Now there is no common number except 1 that will be dividing all these 3. Okay, then that means 3 is our HCF. Where is 3? That means this can be correct or this can be correct, because first we have to find the HCF. That means in all the MCQs, the first one is written as the HCF portion. Okay, so that means this question, this is correct. Sorry, wrong. That means this is eliminated. Okay, so now we are left with A and B part. Now let's start taking out the LCM portion. Now there is no common number which will be dividing this. So let us start here. 2, 2, 7, 5. Let's start with 5, 2, 7, 1. Let's now multiply it. 3 2s are 6. 6 5s are 30. 30 into 2, that is 60. 60 into 7, that is 420. Then that means 3 comma 420s are correct option. The value of x for which 2x, x plus 10 and 3x plus 2 are the 3 consecutive terms of an AP. As we know, when in AP, suppose these 3 terms are in an AP, so they have a common difference. Then that means when this is subtracted, when these two are taken out the way, take out the difference of this and the difference of this, then that they must be equal. So let us suppose it's 2x, x plus 10 and 3x plus 10. They all are in AP, that means the common difference must be equal. Then that this means x plus 10 minus 2x must be equals to 3x plus 10 minus x, and it is 3x plus 2 minus x minus 10. That means x minus x, x minus 2x minus x, plus 10 equals to 3x minus x, 2x, 2 minus 10 minus 8. This means minus x minus 3x equals to minus 18. Okay, that means x equals to 6. This means this is the correct answer. The first term of an AP is P. Okay, that means our A is P and the common difference, that is D, is Q. Then we have to find the 10 term, that means A10, and the formula is A plus n minus 1. N here is R10, so n minus 1 is 9D. Here A is P plus 9D is Q. P plus 9Q. This means this is the correct answer. Now coming to the next question. Next question is the distance between the points. Suppose this is our point, this A cos theta plus B sin theta comma 0, and let us suppose this is our B point. Okay, and this is our A point and this is our B point. Okay, now we have to find the difference between these points. Suppose this is our x1, this is our y1. Okay, this is our x2 and this is our y2. So when we have to find the distance, that means we have to find x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is our distance formula, right? So while finding it, our point is x2, it is 0. That means 0 minus x1 is A cos theta A cos theta minus B sin theta. We have to find the whole square, plus y2 is A sin theta minus B cos theta, and this is 0, so that means minus 0, which is already equal to this. This means this square. Squaring, we get A square cos square theta plus B square sin square theta plus A square sin square theta plus B square cos square theta, and this one is plus 2AB sin theta cos theta, right? And this one is minus 2AB sin theta cos theta. This cancel with this. A square cos square theta plus A square sin square theta. Taking A square common, we are left with sin square theta plus cos square theta over here, and sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Similarly, B square sin square theta plus B square cos square theta, taking B square common, and we are left with inside as sin square theta plus cos square theta, which is already equal to 1. This means A square plus B square is our answer, which is C part. I hope this is equal. This is okay to all of you. Okay, so now next, coming to the next question, which is our 9th question. Okay, now if the point, suppose this is our this, okay, if the point, this is our P, okay, if the point PK 0, this means this is P comma KP K comma 0, divides the line segment joining the points A 2 comma minus 2 and B, this is our B point, the minus 7 comma 4 in the ratio 1:2, then we have to find the value of this K. This is our section formula. Okay, we know our section formula, what it is. I hope you were clear with the earlier question. Okay, what our section formula is: m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2 comma this is our x portion, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. Okay, here this is our x1, this is our y1, this is our x2, this is our y2. Okay, and this is xy basically, this is our x, this is our y, this is our m1 that is 1, and this is our m2 that is 2. Now we have to find the value of k. K here is in the place of x, so that means we have to find the value of this. Now we will be writing all these, but is our m1 1 into x2 that is minus 7 plus m2 that is 2 into x1 2 upon m1 plus m2. m1 plus m2 is 1 plus 2, which is equals to k. This means minus 7 plus 4 upon 3 equals to k. This is minus 3 upon 3. This is equals to k. This means that k is equals to minus 1. This is the correct option. Okay. Now our next question is the value of p for which the points A, 3, 1, P, 5, P and these points are collinear. Okay, so what is the basic principle when we have to find that if these two points are collinear or not? We find the slopes between them. Okay, so let's suppose this is our point A, B, C. A is 3, 1, B is 5, P and C is 7, minus 5. If we have to find that if these points are collinear, then we have to find slope. We know that slope AB equals to slope BC equals to slope AC. Okay, let's take these points equating with these. Slope AB is equals to P minus 1 upon 5 minus 3. Slope BC equals to minus 5 minus P upon 7 minus 5. This means P minus 1 upon 2 is equals to minus 5 minus P upon, sorry, no, these both are equals to 5. Let's take the slope of AC. Okay, let's not take the slope because we have also P over here. So let's take this slope. Okay, slope AC equals to minus 5 minus 1 7 minus 3. I just taken it, so it will be easing our calculation part. Okay, that is minus 6 upon 4. This gives that P minus 1 upon 2 equals to 2 2s are 2 3s. This means minus 3 by 2. This means these are cancelled. P minus 1 equals to minus 3. P equals to minus 3 plus 1, which is equals to minus 2. This means this is our correct option. Now coming to the next, we have to find the value of this. Okay, first of all it is sine square theta. Okay, 1. Okay, it was not here. Okay, then plus 1 upon 1 plus tan square theta. Then this means sine square theta plus 1 upon 1 plus sine square theta upon cos square theta. This means sine square theta plus cos square theta upon, this is square, okay, upon sine square theta plus cos square theta. Why so? Cos square theta gone over here, so as we taken the LCM and then it is multiplied in the numerator. This gives sine square theta plus cos square theta upon 1 as sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. This means it is 1. Similarly, we can try for this thing. This is your homework. Now next, the ratio of the length of a vertical rod and the ratio of length of a vertical rod and its shadow is 1 upon root 3. That means perpendicular upon base is 1 upon root 3. At perpendicular upon base is tan of theta. Taking out the theta value, which is equals to 30 degree. Okay, we'll find the angle of elevation of the sun. That means we are over here and we have to find the angle of elevation of sun, and we know the P and the B ratio. That means we find out the angle. Now next, two cones have their heights in the ratio this and the radii in the ratio this. What is the ratio of the volumes? This given to us, and the ratio of volumes is this. Now we cancel this, this. R1 square upon R2 square. This will be equal to 9 upon 1, and H1 upon H2, that is equals to 1 by 3. That means this is equals to 3. A letter of English alphabet is chosen at random. What is the probability of the chosen letter as a constant as consonant? As we know, the vowels are 5. So eliminating them, that means 26 minus 5 is 21. So the probability of a consonant is equals to 21 upon 26. A die is thrown once. What is the probability of getting number less than 3? A die has numbers, sample spaces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the probability of getting a number less than 3? There are only 2 numbers. So we have the probability that we can only get 2 numbers out of 6. That is 1 by 3. Okay. If the probability of winning a game is 0.7, what is the probability of losing it? We know that the probability of winning plus probability of losing total equates to 1. So if we know this, we can easily find out the value of losing. That is, probability of winning is equals to 1 minus probability of losing. Okay, if the mean of first n natural numbers is 15, then we have to find the value of n. If the mean of the first natural number is 15, then that means firstly the whole sum, and the sum of first n natural number is n into n plus 1 by 2. The total is n, and we have it as 15. N cancel us with this, so n plus 1 by 2 equals to 15. This means n plus 1 equals to 30. This means n equals to 29, or we can say 30 minus 1 equals to 29. I hope this video was clear to you. So be with me for more videos, and in the next one we will be also solving the very important questions of class 10th. Thank you.